What's going on YouTube? BryceCrisp94 here, bringing you another mini painting video. Not just a mini painting video, a speed mini painting video. And we are going to be doing Yeenoghu. I know, we've already done Yeenoghu. But a few weeks ago, we did the speed paint Gnoll army. And what's a Gnoll army without their leader? So, this is the original Yeenoghu that I painted. He will be squaring up with Yasashii Kyojin Studio's Yeenoghu that I have right here. This is done in a matte gray, and then I went ahead and did do a Zenithal highlight with a matte white primer, because the speed paints actually do recommend you use white primer. And I didn't for the skeletons, but I think all the gnolls were in white. And there's a bit of a difference, plus I've been watching a lot of videos on the speed paints to try and maximize my time with them and get a better looking mini. So this will be a really good test, I think, because it is big. It has some detail, but the skin is relatively smooth on it. So I'm really interested to see how that will work. We have our base here, which is going to be another thing I'm going to be doing. Thanks to Watch It Paint It on YouTube, I found a really cool base effect that I want to do with Yeenoghu. It's almost kind of like my intended purpose on this base, but obviously this base didn't do it how I actually wanted it. So once you see that, you'll see what I'm talking about, and I'll link their instruction video down below. So like I said, this is a Yasashii Kyojin mini. You cannot actually get this from their my mini factory page. I had to get it from their what's the other one? I'll link it in the description below. But I'm wondering, because I know I saw this on their mini factory, but yeah. So this was one of their 3 free minis, sorry. So I did have to support it myself, but I think it turned out well. I went a little too much in some spots, so I do have some little holes, but I'm okay with that. Hopefully the speed paint will kind of take it out. Another thing, this is the to scale Yeenoghu, so I did have to scale it up quite a bit to get it to match the size I'm looking for in my Yeenoghu. I mean, yeah, it fits on a large base, but so does that. So had to do something there. But yeah, I think it'll look really cool once I am all said and done. But let's go ahead and talk the colors. So first thing we're going to do is we're going to go all over the metal bits in Army Painter's Shining Silver. So that'll be the chains, the hooks, and the flail, as well as the shoulder piece. Then I'm going to take Army Painter Grim Black. I'm going to go down the mane, and I'm going to continue down onto the tail. Because, you got fluffy tail, whereas this is more of a skin tail. I think it'll still look cool if I continue that bleed all the way down. Then I'm going to take the Runic Gray, and we're going to do the belly. The belly, the backs, the sides here of the arm, the palms, the backs of the legs, side inners of the legs, to kind of give it more of a lighter tone. As you guys can see here, Yeenoghu has more of an orangey tone, but since that's not really the look I went with my gnolls, and he is the creator of gnolls, I wanted to do the Runic Gray again, because that's what I did the speed paint gnolls with. Then we're going to take the Gravelord Gray, and I'm actually going to do, well, the chains and the rest of the body in the Gravelord Gray, and kind of wet blend, but basically reactivate blend with the Runic Gray. Sorry, I keep forgetting all these names. Then once that's done, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to take the Slaughter Red, do the inside of the mouth. Then we'll take Pallid Bone, And we're going to do his bone here, as well as his teeth. Do a nice High Lord blue on the bands. Then I don't have it out anymore, but I am going to take, I think it's the Barbarian Flesh or the Sand Golem, and go over this armor here to give him that golden shoulder piece, like I did with my Yeenoghu. Then we'll just do the claws and his snoot in a nice matte black. I do have these three and then Dragonfire Red are his eyes. Now, for the base, and again, this is all from Watch It Paint It Studios, cat hair. Dragonfire Red is what I've painted my base with, which equates to Army Painter's Pure Red. Then I will take Rust Monster, which is also known as Lava Orange. Just kind of swirl it on. Then while it is still wet, we'll do a wet blending of Angelic Yellow or Demonic Yellow. And that kind of gives it that lava-y, fiery effect. And then I don't have it yet, but I did order its Citadel Effects Martian Forge Orange or something like that. And you let this all dry, and then you layer that on there, and it crackles, and it gives a super cool effect. You'll see it at the end of the video. But that's what we're going for this. It's going to look like a really cool lava effect. Now, I am going to experiment on Little Guy just to make sure that everything I want done is done. So I may tweak stuff after, he is painted. But you'll see me paint this, and I'll compare and contrast them at the end, plus with the Yeenoghu figure, and I'll assemble my army of gnolls at the end of this. But yeah, that is enough chit-chat. Let's get to painting.
En mørk uendelig lyngmark ned mot et blytungt hav. En sen oktoberaften under en himmellag, og dog en veldig stillhet gjennom det dype rom, som smerte der har sørget. Sig langsomt, stolt og stum. En mørk uendelig lyngmark ned mot et blytungt hav. En sen oktoberaften under en himmellag, og dog en veldig stillhet gjennom det dype rom, som smerte der har sørget. Sig langsomt, stolt og stum. En mørk uendelig lyngmark ned mot et blytungt hav. En sen oktoberaften.
We are back with Yeenoghu all finished. Before I reveal the finished model, if you haven't already, hit that thumbs up button and subscribe if you aren't. Helps me know you guys are liking what you're seeing and keeps you notified for when I post another one. Now, let me bring Yeenoghu into view here. And here he is, all nice and wonderful. Get myself reacquainted with this figure because it's actually been almost a month since I painted him, and that is all because this base took me about a month to paint. I know what you're thinking. Wait, I thought you said this was a pretty simple tutorial to follow, and it is. Check out Watch It Paint It. Link will be in the down there for that. But my issue was this. Technical Martian Iron Crust. Not the paint I needed, but the paint Amazon sent me. I opened it up like a dummy before realizing it was the wrong paint, so they want to take it back. So I finally got this a couple days ago. Instead of ordering from Amazon, since they sent me the wrong paint, I ordered from Miniature Market. That paint still hasn't arrived. It's been over a month since I ordered it. It just shipped out yesterday. Thankfully, I needed to get this video up, so I ordered from Amazon again, paid a little extra money because it was a different seller, and they sent me the right one. So I was able to bring this beautiful base effect. Again, watch it paint at Studios. Just, I mean, it looks so good. I love it. This is probably the only technical paint I think I will ever buy because I love the way it works. So let us go over Yeenoghu. So I think it turned out really well. Here is the little version that I painted. He turned out okay. I did change some things up. I didn't go as heavy with the black speed paint on the back. I also went heavier on the black speed paint on the mane. And I ended up not doing the flesh tone on the chest because all it ended up doing was making it just almost black looking, and I didn't like that. So we have our completed Yeenoghu, and I think he looks fantastic. I took the red speed paint and did some little blood effects, added it up by his neck, his arm. Yeah, I got some more there, some on the legs. I mean, look at this guy. He is a battler. Again, this is a Yasashii Kyojin design. Link will be in the down there. It is an unsupported STL file, but it is free, so take what you can get. Little comparison here of my original Yeenoghu. This one is much longer. He has the chain skirt instead of the actual little skirt, which I quite like the chains on him. Makes him just look a little more barbaric. I do kind of like the leather shirt on this one, but I like this armor piece because again it looks a little more barbaric and not as stylized as this one's armor. I do miss that gauntlet. I like that gauntlet. Forgot about that, where this one's just got the bands. Yeah. But we're not talking about that. If you want to go see how I painted that, maybe the video will be at the end. If not, it's on my YouTube channel in the playlists. But yeah. So a couple things. Like I said, I did the main darker. I ended up doing about 3 coats of speed paint on that, and I think it turned out really well because of that. One spot I'm unhappy with is the knee. I didn't catch it, and I thought I dipped into the skin color, and I accidentally dipped into the shadow or the black and painted part of his knee. I wiped it away, but it still became really dark. But I think the Zenithal highlights combined with the speed paints just did amazing for the contrast on this figure. I mean, it gave him shadows. Like, from this angle, look how dark his face is there, and the light is hitting that perfectly. Yeah, I really enjoy speed paints. They're becoming some of my favorite paints to use. But I'm going to try and save them only for armies. So look forward to some more army painting videos where I do multiple figures in the speed paints. And that's only because I have a lot of issues. The range isn't very big, and I have a lot of issues mixing them. The colors just don't turn out how I want them anytime I try and mix them. So be forewarned on that. I have not had any reactivation issues. I know that's a thing, but honestly, if anything, it's just helped me blend. Like on the tail here and on the chest, I think that is the best right there, where you can see it blends in, especially like right over here. And that was because of the reactivation. And yeah, I have zero problem with that. There's his mouth, which I'm now seeing they didn't really cover his tongue too well, but I'll fix that. Such a cool figure. Very cool figure. Oh, for the claws, I did just use the matte black, but you know. So, I hope you enjoyed this. Oh, wait, before we do that, I mean, I got to show him on his base, right? For the closing. Let's get him on his base here. I don't know if I can get a great angle of him. There we go. There he is. Okay, so hope you enjoyed this one. Keep your eyes peeled for more speed painting videos, more regular miniature painting videos, and Icons of the Realms opening. We will have more. It is spooky season, so everything will be a little creepy this month. But I will catch y'all later. Peace.